I'm getting you all set up so you can see what we're gonna make today. And then let me get my Facebook page ready. It's just about ready. Just want to make sure this isn't too far away. All right, here we go. Hi everybody, it's Nancy. Hope you're having an awesome day. If it says was live above my head, that means you caught the replay. Do me a favor, type hashtag a replay. That way I can welcome you. This will be super quick today. Plus we have a giveaway at the end. So come on in, say hi. It's T-shirt Tuesday. I'm gonna make a T-shirt for my son's girlfriend, actually. It'll be meaningful to her, not to any of you. But because it's T-shirt Tuesday, you'll still think it's cute. You're gonna love it. Hi Mary, how are you? We're gonna make a T-shirt. So I stopped at Michael's on my way home from work and grabbed a T-shirt. Michael's, I love to get T-shirts there. I think they're relatively inexpensive. They fit really nice. They don't shrink. They're just awesome. So that's where I go to get my T-shirts. And I'm realizing I didn't grab my white ink. So let me grab that really quick while you're popping on. Sorry, I only needed 2 colors and I only grabbed 1. Hi, Deborah Miner. Thank you for typing the keyword, which is moon. It's T-shirt Tuesday, guys. So what that means, there's all kinds of deals for the 12 days of Christmas on my chalk site. Hi, guys. How's it going? And yesterday was, don't ask me what yesterday was. Today is T-shirt Tuesday. So there are a number of transfers that are only $10. Size A and B transfers that are $10. I'm going to use 2 of them today to design this shirt for my son's girlfriend. And it's meaningful to her, but the T-shirt process, well, it will be. Hopefully she'll love it. The T-shirt process is the same. Of course, you do not have to use the transfers on a T-shirt. They're just saying these are designs that would look super cute on a T-shirt is sort of the ideal. And guess what? There's also $5 flat rate shipping from now till December 12th on orders that are $50 or more. So enjoy that. Yesterday was free shipping. Who took part in that? Let me know in the comments if you took part in free shipping. Hang on. This is a V-neck shirt, which I love V-necks. But I'm realizing I don't want this part in the middle, so I'm going to move my sticky mat over to what would be the left side, which is where we're going to put a design here. And we're going to put something on the back too. So when you get here, say hi. Let me see who's here. My hair is all over the place today. Today in Texas is gorgeous Texas blue sky. Oh, you did, Mary? I didn't see that before I went live. Thank you. I'll check that right before and update your loyalty card accordingly. Texas blue sky, but chilly. So I'm in my sweater. I got my sweater leggings on. I've got my sweater boots on. I've got my Christmas sweater on. We are ready to go. My day was good, Kathy. Thank you for asking. Hi, Jen. How are you guys? The keyword is moon. A lot of you have already typed it. Thank you for doing that. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 2 different transfers today. And what I'm going to do is put a design like where it would be like right here. So I'm thinking right about here on this, whatever this is called. Let me bend my phone down just a bit more. Okay, well then you can't see me. Sorry, Charlie. All right. Why is this not updating? Anyway, I can see your comments here. 34 degrees out in frozen slush, Karen Lyons. Well, it is gorgeous here. Gorgeous. Okay, we're going to take this transfer. This is actually a summer Tiffany launch transfer. This is one of the transfers, one of the many that are on sale for only $10. I'm going to use this sun, and I'll tell you the story behind why I'm doing this in a minute. What did she just say? You're so sweet to do a T-shirt for your son's girlfriend. Thank you. I think she'll love it. She's in France. They're still in France. All right, so we're going to take this sun and put it, so the V-neck, I think I want it right here. So her name in French means, well, in English it means the sun, okay? So her name means the sun. So this is the background to why I'm doing this. My thing froze, my comments froze, so I'll try it again. In case you're wondering why I'm doing this, 28 feels like 21, yuck. So sorry, it's like that there. And then I think I have to click here. Oh, Nancy. We're going to do the wheel of names at the end, and we're going to talk a little bit in a minute. There we go. About the gingerbread houses. But let me tell you why we're doing this. Her name means the sun, okay? And in French. And so my son, when he was, ever since he was like 1, infatuated with the moon. Those of you, Maud might remember this. Her name is Solia is the way it's pronounced. It's not spelled the way you typed it, but it's spelled, her name is Solia. So it means the sun. And so we're going to do this on the front. But ever since Joe was teeny tiny, he was infatuated with the moon, okay? Absolutely infatuated with the moon. He'd point it out. And then as he got older, you're freezing on my end? I think it's good on my end. Oh, meaning freezing like you're cold, or you're saying I'm freezing. Anyhow, was this a little baby. Then when he got to be older and he would leave me, as your adult children are supposed to do, as he got to an age where he's supposed to leave his mother, but she doesn't like it, we would sometimes be on the phone and say, oh, look at the moon. And so the moon is something very important to him. So this t-shirt design, so they have a whole celestial thing going on. Now I am using ink, so this is why we're doing sun and moon, okay? I am using ink. This one is called Bumblebee. I may have to go over this a couple times. This is called Bumblebee. This came in an ink single. I believe in the cart link I put the jar because I think the singles were out. 23 and snow. Oh my goodness. Anyhow, so that's the story behind this celestial shirt that I'm going to make. But you could do the same, this is the same process with any of the transfers we have. Now, one thing I'll tell you, this shirt is black, in case you can't tell that through the screen, with a dark shirt, and honestly, anything that's not white, so even gray. I will go over this a couple times with the ink. So I'll push it in. You want to use firm pressure with your transfers. And I will do more than one pass with the ink just to get it bright and vibrant, okay? So that's just how I do it. You can do whatever you like, but with a dark shirt like this, I will go over it more than once, especially if I have a light color going on it, okay? I might do just a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more. Just to make sure that you get a bright yellow. Because with black, sometimes it's hard to get, the color you want. And you want it to pop, okay? So I'm going to go over it a couple times. Now, the nice part about ink, it's permanent. You can wash your shirts, all the things. But the nice part is you have lots of time. You don't have to worry about it drying in the silk screen. You have time, okay? So I like ink, especially for beginners, for that reason. Just want to make sure your hands are clean and that you stay on the transfer, okay? That's like the big deal. And then I'm just going to lift. And I'm just going to decide, do I... You know what? That's pretty good. If you wanted it brighter, you could lay it back down. Just don't pull it all the way up. And then do another coat if you want, okay? So you clean it the same way as you do paste. Exact same way. With water and a board eraser, no big deal. Super easy. Yeah, in Ohio, you're used to this time of year being this cold. In Texas, not so much. Not so much. Okay, so what I want to do, this is all I'm going to do on the front. I'll show you this cute little sun. Actually, before I dry it, I like to pull it away from the ink mat to let the air kind of flow through and then dry it a little bit. And then pull it all the way off the ink mat, okay? This way it won't smear. And you take it off. Okay, that is totally done. Now we're gonna flip it over and do the back. So guys, the gingerbread. Let's chat about the gingerbread. Did you vote on the gingerbread? A lot of you did. Thank you for voting. I have not won 1 year, not once. First of all, here's our sun. This is where it will be. I think that's gonna be good. I mean, she's small, so hopefully it's high enough. All right, and then we're gonna do something on the back. Same process. Now see why we use the ink mat? Because the ink goes through. The shirt, you don't want to, I would say it's a good idea to maybe clean your ink mat before you use it again. While the ink is still wet, I'm doing it off to the side here so you, there we go. That way it'll be easier to clean and then you won't get ink on the other parts of your shirt, okay? Anyhow, Caitlin, if you didn't see my post this morning, I posted the winners on my page. Isn't it pretty, Karen? I posted the gingerbread house winners. Caitlin was the winner. Hers was the traditional. So we just buy kits, right? We pick a kit that we like. We've gone to Target every year now. They have a lot of fun ones. So anyway, we try to pick different ones. Every year, Caitlin's gingerbread house is a disaster. So this year she went with traditional. This year she went with a traditional one and tried to follow the directions. And so in case you weren't aware, Caitlin, why does this feel, oh, because of the V-neck. I'm like, there's a bump here, but I don't know why. Anyway, Caitlin's won. I was last. So those of you who voted for me are going to be put in the wheel of names for some Happy Mail. So thank you for voting for mine. Anyhow, it's a fun tradition and I always let them know who wins and whatever. We like to do that. Okay, so on the back, I'm going to actually use one of these Halloween transfers. So this one, I used this a long time ago, but I have not used this one yet. It says, the moon made me do it. And I thought it would be funny since they kind of, as a couple, Joe says he's the moon and she's the sun, that this would be very fitting. So I'm going to put this on the back, just kind of a little bit lower. Her hair's not super long. So this way, I think if her hair touches, then you'll still see it. And we're just going to do this part in bright white ink. What do you guys think? I think it's clever. It might be a gift that she's like, thank you. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. So you just want to make sure you get all your air bubbles out. Let me just see. Say hi when you get here. And then we're going to do this in bright white. Here it is. Type the keyword, which is moon. And then that will take you to all the specials going on right now. You can still join as a Perks member for $1. And I did look up the details on it. If you decide to join for that $1, you're not this month. You're not going to get the 20 design dollars, but you have the ability to shop at 30% off for $1. Okay, that's for the whole month. And then next month, your enrollment will be $20 if you choose to stay, but you get the $20 back every month in product credit, okay? So I misspoke yesterday, but got the details and wanted to report back. Hi, Janet. How are you? Thank you. Any glow in the dark ink? I mean, I have glow in the dark ink. I'm not going to use it though. Ooh, don't get white on the... Just make sure, as I said, stay on the transfer. Hi, Rhonda Madonna. How are you? Stay on the transfer, you guys. I make sure I get my air bubbles out, and then I use very firm pressure when I'm doing a shirt, okay? Firm pressure, because anytime I don't, I regret it, okay? Then I have to go back over it anyway. And like I said, when I'm doing a black shirt and white ink, I like to go over it with more ink multiple times with firm pressure to make it super bright, okay? It's just the way I do it. I think it works out the best. I actually started, you guys, with chalk making Christmas pajamas. So that was kind of my thing before I even started as a designer. It's super easy. Super easy to do. The only thing is, if you make a mistake, it's a little harder to fix, but it can be done. You can cover it, all the things. Hi, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Tatia. Tatia, I think you said. Tasha, I think. Hi, Tasha. T-shirt Tuesday to you. Hello, T-shirt Tuesday, Charlotte. Okay, I'm going to clean my hands before I lift my transfer, okay? All right. Here we go. Did you add? Nope. What I'm wearing? No, not to what I'm wearing. This sweater was like this when I bought it. You guys, this turned out really good. Yep, that's exactly the way it is. Look how bright that is. That turned out so good, Tasha. That's right. I'm like back and forth trying to remember our conversation last time, Tasha, and I'm like, wait, I think last time I said Tatia, and then anyway, I'm glad I got it right. How's everybody doing today? All right. We're going to spray this. I think this turned out cute. All right. The only thing I'm a little concerned about, and I'm going to be honest, is that front. I'm hoping this is high enough. Like, I really hope this is not going to land right here. Oop, and I probably just got ink all over me. But you can't tell because it's white. There you go. You guys, the last 2 days back from break as a teacher, I have felt so, I guess, scattered or trying to stay organized. Boy, it's tough to go from being off to being back at the high energy level of the kids. Thanks, Pat Hill. All right, let's get this ink mat out. I didn't even dry it this time. I think Joe, if nothing else, Joe will appreciate it. I think she will too. She is sweet as pie. She is sweet as pie. We got to do our wheel of names because I was the loser in the gingerbread building contest. Anyone who voted for me is going to get in their name. I already put the name. There's not that many. I'm going to tell you right now, there's like 8 people. I don't know how many votes I got. Not many. And a couple people were designers, so I didn't put them in the wheel of names. But, you guys, I'm the loser. But my loss is your win. Okay, so here's the front. Hang on, I'm trying to get the back to straighten out here. Here's the front, and here's the back. Let's give it a dry and a heat setting. Hang on. Let me grab my iron. What's happening? So what you want to do with ink, okay, you got to make sure that you dry it really well. Well, Karen, yeah, Pat, thank you for yelling at me. I think I heard you. It actually didn't bother it, but a good thing I wasn't wearing like a black shirt, like straight black. You'd probably see it. Karen, I just slide my hand in the shirt like you saw me do and kind of lift. Let me try to explain this. I put my hand inside the shirt and I kind of pull up on the shirt and pull down with my other hand on the ink mat and just sort of separate it inside and then pull. That's the way I do it. But it's best what I do when I'm not live, Karen, and I'm not in a hurry. I just leave it on the ink mat for like 30 minutes till it's dry and then pull it off, and it doesn't matter how you take it off. That's how I started anyway. Okay, so what you want to do, get this completely dry. And then you need some parchment paper, which I usually have handy. Okay, and you want to create a barrier between your dried ink and your iron. Now you can use a Cricut heat press, 305 for 30 seconds. Or I just put my iron on the hottest setting, the fabric will allow. I believe this is a 100% cotton, but I'll have to look. Yeah, this is 100% cotton. I do this for a couple minutes, super hot. And then I just kind of feel it. If it feels like part of the shirt, then I know it's ready. Okay, I just do it on one side. That's how I do it. You don't have to overthink it. It's not going to just wash out. Okay, all good. And then you just want to do, so there's the back. This is the back. And then do the same thing to the front. Same deal. And then they can wash it, and however, I don't dry a lot of shirts, but you can totally dry it. I usually hang dry all my shirts because I don't want them to shrink. But this, I actually have dried these kind of shirts and they've been fine. All right, and I think I had a little issue right here. Of course I did. But Pat Hill, you didn't tell me I got ink on my black shirt. I'm teasing you, Pat. So I got a little ink because it's sitting over here on this black, right here on the shoulder. I'm just taking a baby wipe and it's coming out, thank goodness. It's just a tiny bit, but still enough to be annoying. Okay, here we go. So we've got our shirt, our sun, and we've got our moon on the, this will be on the back. Hopefully she'll think it's cute, but I think the moon made me do it is funny. All right, again, I'm gonna do the wheel of names now, but T-shirt Tuesday. So you could, for the next, while supplies last, through the 12th, you can get $5 flat rate shipping. You can still join as a Perks member as a discount, and $10 for these size A and B transfers. You guys cannot beat it, okay? So make sure you grab those. I'm going to tell you guys right now, I do have a craft box that will be available soon for this month. I'm just behind, okay? I'm going to cut it right now. Hopefully I can show it to you live tomorrow. Tomorrow or Thursday, that is going to be my plan. So you can see it. I think it's super adorable, of course. But make sure you catch my page on those days. Tomorrow or Thursday. I will be live all week, okay? So make sure you look for me. Are you ready for the wheel of names? These are my friends. Florine, Mary, Cheryl, Terry Ann, Heather, Jeanette, and Tony, okay? You guys voted for me. Thank you for voting for my sad little gingerbread house. We decided, honestly, and this person's going to get Happy Mail, If you have not purchased from me before, then make sure you send me your address, okay? If you win, here we go. I don't have the sound on because then you'll hear all kinds of things. But let's do a giveaway, and it is going to be dun, da, 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 Terry Ann Delaney. How fun! Terry Ann just joined my Perks program. Was it yesterday, Terry? And so that worked out really good because I'm going to send you your welcome gift. And look, Terry Ann, I don't know if you got a sad face or a happy face. I don't know what that is. Let me see. Oh, you got an angry face. Why is it angry? She looks angry. Why are you angry at me, Terry Ann? Is it because I spelled something wrong or what? Tell me. Sorry, but you won, so let's be happy. All right, how do you do craft box? What does that mean, Jen? What do you mean by how do you do it? It's just a craft kit, like the sled I did for November. It's going to be a craft kit, okay? I just haven't done the live to how to do it and what it is, and I haven't posted on Etsy yet. I'm behind a few days. That's what I mean. Anyway, Terry Ann Delaney, you are the winner. I'm going to make a note, get you some Happy Mail along with your... Oh, Jen, you just buy it on my Etsy site. That's it. And I got to send it with your welcome gift anyway, Terry Ann. And I may have spelled your name wrong, but I did this super fast. All right. Congratulations. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. I'm just writing myself a note. Plus Happy Mail. So it will all come together, Terry Ann. Oh, you're saying hello. The first one looked like you were mad. She looked upset. So you'll be getting Happy Mail from me, my friend, and a welcome gift. All right, guys. I hope you have an awesome, awesome rest of your day. I'm going to get out my garage and get some cutting done for you. And we'll see you soon. All right, guys. Have a great day. Bye.